Channel 11's 8 o'clock news is next. Hunters beat the bushes trying to track down the mountain lion that viciously attacked a Southland boy. Tape recordings provide new evidence in the Cerritos air disaster. Senator Alan Cranston pulled out the big guns in his campaign for re-election. We'll have a live report, and a terrifying ride in a police car results in a bouncing bundle of joy for a local couple. Those stories, weather, sports, coming up next, so stay with us. Channel 11's 8 o'clock news is next. New York radio listeners hear the final terrified screams of a traffic reporter as her helicopter plunges into the Hudson River. We'll show you what a nationwide crackdown on pornography could mean for you. You'll meet a high school girl who claims that she was rejected as a cheerleader because her breasts are too large. And vital security documents have mysteriously disappeared from the San Onofre nuclear power plant. We'll have these stories, all the news, next, here. News is next. A tense drama played out in the valley as a man threatens to jump from a high-rise building. A sniper opens fire on the parking lot of the Sherman Oaks Galleria. A television camera records the horror as a truck driver falls to the ground from a highway overpass. We'll show you. And we'll show you some political advertising aimed at the MTV audience. These stories plus all the news coming up next right here on the 8 o'clock news. We hope you stay with us. Channel 11's 8 o'clock news is next. An apartment building near downtown L.A. has collapsed. A major emergency underway right now, and we're going to have a live report. Also tonight, the exclusive story of a new air safety threat and what the feds are going to do about it. We will hear a new telephone hotline set up to help callers beat a drug test. And we'll tell you about radio stations that are testing the limits of the obscenity laws. All ahead in our half hour of news next.
The Channel 11 8 o'clock news is next. Small plane pilots are hit with more fallout over the Cerritos air disaster. Our troubleshooter uncovers the filthy facts about some Los Angeles restaurants and finds out if anything is being done to protect your health. Clint Eastwood joins in the controversy over Justice Rose Bird. Elvira, mistress of the dark, is up to her neck in politics. And Playboy fights back by exposing the women of 7-Eleven. Stay with me.
Channel 11's 8 o'clock news is next. Traffic accidents trigger one of the Southland's worst traffic tie-ups ever. We'll show you which freeways are passable and which ones are not moving at all. Your burning eyes and scratchy throat may be the result of dangerous acid fog, and scientists fear it will be getting worse. And our troubleshooter helps clean up a health hazard at a popular Los Angeles restaurant. These stories and much more coming up next, right here. Channel 11's 8 o'clock news is next. An apparent barricade and hostage drama in Echo Park is over, but a number of questions remain. We'll take you to the scene for a live report. The last words of the pilots of Aeromexico Flight 498 are made public from in-flight voice recorders we'll show you. First Lady Nancy Reagan is in town to meet the president and to talk with Joan Rivers this evening. Robert Osborne reviews a new musical plus weather and sports and all today's news coming up next. Cox in the Channel 11 newsroom. There are reports tonight that a deal is in the works to free the American hostages in Beirut. Ghosts and goblins take to the streets on All Hallows Eve. We'll have 2 live reports. Southern California aerospace firms wind up on the receiving end of some big money government contracts. And our troubleshooter unit goes to the bank and beyond for one of our viewers. These stories, much more, coming up next on the 8 o'clock news.
Attention, all faithful followers of MASH. Now you can see more of Hawkeye, Hot Lips, Radar, and the whole gang tomorrow night and every weeknight at 7:30, right here on Fox TV, Channel 11. It's the one and only MASH, followed by LA's only 8 o'clock news with Marcia Brandwin and Jay Scott. Now stay tuned for the Old Time Gospel Hour.
News is next. We're going to take you to a Hollywood-style spectacular featuring fireworks, skydivers, elephants, and the President of the United States. Senator Alan Cranston enlists the help of a voluptuous movie star in his campaign for re-election. Members of the Southland family wing their way to a long-awaited reunion with a former American hostage. And our troubleshooter reports on the fine line between trash and treasure. Those stories, all the news, coming up next. Channel 11's 8 o'clock news is next. President Reagan takes some action that rekindles the dream for millions of illegal aliens. Will the courts release the man convicted of mowing down dozens of people with his car on the eve of the Olympics? A veteran pilot causes a fiery tragedy on a runway at the Tampa airport. And we're going to take a trip with Lily Tomlin as she searches for intelligent life here in Hollywood. All this and more in our half hour of news next. Marcia Brown in the Channel 11 newsroom. Firefighters battle a huge brush fire in the hills above Camarillo. 3 terrorist bombs ripped through Paris. An L.A. businessman who tried to sell military radios to Iran heads for prison. At the same time, President...
Tomorrow at 4 Eastern, 1 Pacific, college basketball's Big Ten title will be at stake when Indiana takes on Michigan or see UCLA against Oregon on CBS Sports. Now stay tuned as Jordan faces a difficult choice when Terry turns to blackmail while Greg pays the price for crossing Peter Stavros on Falcon Crest next. Following news break.